We're good to go. Well, hi. So this week has been the kind of week where, okay, so you are a secret agent on the run from enemy spies. You're running down the high street, having just stolen the specs to some diamond-encrusted, laser, ice-cap-melting satellite space thingy, operated via an iPhone app, obviously. And, you're being chased. You don't want to start a fight in public, because obviously someone innocent might get hurt. But you're outnumbered, so you need to get away. So you dash into the train station, and you speed to the platform. A train is just about to leave, so you rush for that one. But then you suddenly smell coffee. And, short crust pastry. Oh, it's so good. You desperately want some of that starchy, caffeinated goodness. After all, it would give you the energy to evade your captors, right? But the carriage doors are about to close, and the enemy is nearly upon you, and the smell is still drifting up your nose. Oh, what do you do? You know what I mean?
More Graticast! Episode 6! The plan to beat procrastination!
So, if you've been following me, then you'll remember that last week I was experiencing a bit of a come down. The good news is that after counting my blessings, I seem to get over that pretty quick. The not so good news is that the rest of my body hasn't heard the good news yet. So, whenever I'm about to start work on something really urgent or important, my body says things like, "Gosh, I'm sleepy," or "I'm hungry," or even, "You should watch the match. Otherwise, everyone will be talking about it tomorrow and you will just look silly." This is procrastination, folks. An urgent deadline looms and you get tangled in the thread. You might try and trick yourself out of it. You might say things like, "I'll have a little nap now, but only for 20 minutes. Or, "I can eat a packet of nuts while working, right?" Or even, "They're only kicking a ball around. I can watch that kind of thing while I'm writing a report, can't I?" You hesitate, caught between dragging your weary self after the enthusiastic Labrador of productivity, or sinking into the warm, sinful embrace of the sloth of spectatorship. But then, your body plays its ultimate trump card. Don't worry, while you're doing those other important things, I'll be working on that deadline in the background, in your subconscious, you know, so you'll actually get your jobs done more efficiently, because you'll be more prepared. As if it actually works like that. Instead, you come to that blank page for the report you need to write and find your fingers are still just hanging over the keyboard. Or you come to that spreadsheet full of all that data you need to manipulate and begin wondering if there's any way you can just whittle it down a tiny bit. Or you're looking at that problem you need to solve and thinking, you could really do with some of that caffeinated, starchy goodness. After all, it'd give you the energy to help you get the job done, right? Sometimes, a lack of willpower could seriously ruin my whole week. But I'll tell you what has helped. Counting the blessings I've had from getting other work done. Obviously, there's the great satisfaction of crossing something off your to-do list. And even more satisfaction if you get paid for it. Money came in from one of those late-paying clients that caused me problems all the way back in episode 2. And not only was that a great relief, but it also spurred me on to do some of the things that I needed to do now. There's also been Cambridge Boot Camp, run by instructor James Hurst, which pushes me into activity. And one of the side effects of exercise is that it gets your metabolism going, which can help power through procrastination. And I can also be thankful for my fellow trustees on the board of the Society for Storytelling, with whom I spent a motivational weekend drawing up a 3-year business plan for the charity. Plus the Waterbeach community players, who have given me the chance to work alongside a great group of friends again, this time for an amateur production in November, and my hairdresser at Histon Barbers. Seeing her skill on my pate makes me feel more confident and motivates me to work as hard as she does. Yep, nothing beats procrastination more than surrounding yourself with other busy, hard-working people. They're truly inspirational. So, thanks folks. So I think it's time for some shout-outs, don't you? Let's see, we've got one this week from Megan Morwood, who wants to thank a bunch of talented photographers who helped her put together her modelling portfolio. Those being Anna Fowler, Brian Rolfe, Rob Wilkinson and Natalie Watts. Great work, guys. Thanks very much. Then we've got a Met Station Sergeant called Bill Rowlands, who's thanking some brave members of the public who helped a lone police officer struggling with 2 violent young males last week. Now, that's the kind of news that can make us all feel a little bit more faith in humanity, so thanks, Bill. And on Twitter we have a firefighter too, at DAB475, who is grateful for seeing his profession ranked 2nd in a list of the most trusted professions. Can't say I'm surprised. Firefighters are incredibly brave and dedicated people, so cheers to all of them. Claire Adams sent us this picture of the new running shoes she received from her parents, which have consigned blisters from her jogging to the past. And Smashmouth fan gave a special thanks to Tom Hanks. Why? Because his name is T. Hanks, so it seems right to give him some thanks for his great acting work. Well, he was pretty good in Castaway and Cloud Atlas, I have to admit. But finally this week, John Asher is grateful for his daughters, who he says make him look better than he is. You've got 3 amazing blessings there, John. Well done. So remember, folks, we need you to count your blessings and send them to us, because that's how the Graticast works. Please share this video and encourage your friends to do the same, and drop the hashtag Graticast into your posts and tweets so that we can easily find your shout-outs of thanks. Oh, and don't forget to let us know your Gratitune. This week's suggestion comes from Rachel Pollington near Wisbeach. It's You Make My Dreams by Hall & Oates. Has a pretty uplifting beat, don't you think? So if you want to listen to the whole track, just follow the link at the end of this video. And then to suggest your musical Prozac for next week, just find us on Facebook, Twitter or Google+. So finally, thank you for watching, especially if you've subscribed and been encouraging your friends to subscribe as well. I've made it even easier this week. All you have to do is click my face right here. Go on and give it a try if you haven't done already. Now it's almost time for me to go, but before I do, one last thing. If you ever find your life is playing like a broken record, well, maybe start dancing. Because after all, that's probably how techno music was invented. Stay thankful, and ciao for now.